Hello and good morning. I'm gonna wake myself up a little bit before I jump into what this video is all about and explain the rules and everything I've come up with for this video involving my cards, which I do have down here, my tarot cards. And we're gonna be kind of doing, do you remember when there was like a craze on YouTube where everyone was like, blank decides my day? My viewers, or my mum, my boyfriend, my child, my zodiac sign, things like that. I thought it'd be cool to do my tarot cards. So I'm basically going to pull a card at different different parts of my day where I have to make a choice. I'm going to pull one and be inspired by the card meaning or the art or the number. I'll go into it in more detail in a minute, but that's the general gist of what I want to do today. Okay, now I'm a bit more alive. I'm going to jump in the shower because I really need one. I feel dirty. So what I'm going to decide to do as my first pull, and this is a cool idea for anyone doing this off camera, you don't have to do it like I am, but it's a good sort of practice, I think, personally, because it gets you thinking of meanings in day-to-day life. It gets you to practice like creative thinking when it comes to tarot stuff. So what I'm going to do is pull a card to represent, can you guess what I'm going to say? Music. What am I going to play while showering, which is something I always do. I rarely shower in silence. Obviously no cheating involved. It's going to be the first card I pull, and I think this will be a good way to start to give you an idea about like what this challenge means and what it involves. So I'm going to use the traditional, because I feel like most people know of this deck. I'm nervous. What if it's like, if it's something like the Hierophant? I'm gonna have to start listening to like opera or something. Medieval music. Today's music choice is... I'll take this one. Whoa. Ooh. Strength. God. Something uplifting and powerful. And do I go as straightforward as Lion King soundtrack? Or do I go something along the lines of something that's gonna put me in a powerful position for the rest of the day? I'm gonna go for the Lion King soundtrack, which I'd never listened to Disney soundtracks or Disney music ever at all, really. It's gonna be weird if my neighbours can hear this because I always have the window open when I shower. Feeling refreshed out of the shower. That album choice seemed to be quite unintentionally fitting for not only the line on the front but also strength and like uplifting vibe that I was trying to think of before deciding on the Lion King. I actually felt like I don't really listen to the Lion King soundtrack. Didn't really think about how kind of intense and like it does sound quite, the album's very like spiritual in general. Like it kind of reminds me of what music we listen to in the spiritualist church, and it just felt like I was in the shower like, I feel like I'm gonna take off or something. Like it just felt super uplifting, and it just captures that card really well. So good, strong, solid start. My favourite song didn't come on though, which is He Lives in You, He watches over. Anyway, I'm starving hungry, but I'm also naked, so I probably should pull a card for... No, I'm just gonna wear some rags for now because I'm so hungry. We're gonna decide on what to eat now. So I thought I would wear something really fitting. I've got my strength t-shirt on. I actually bought this from an artist in a local market recently. This isn't what I'm wearing today unless I happen to pull, if I pull the strength card for my clothes, I'll be like, yes, because I love this. I'd happily wear this today, but I'm just wearing it to honour my first card of the day. I got this actually because strength is I call it my card, even though mine is technically supposed to be Chariot because I'm Cancer. It's the card that kind of, this is my haunting card. It's the card that stalks me. That's why I got this shirt, and that's why it's also a nice thing that I got strength first for this challenge. So we're gonna decide on food. Now I've got my eyes on those crumpets there, and I'd probably be eating those if it was just for me to decide, but I would only choose what I want if I get like a card of indulging, or like the Nine of Cups, for instance, or something like that, where it's all about like getting exactly what you want. I have a feeling I'm gonna get like a really natural based card, and I'm gonna have something really healthy. This is such a weird concept, but I'm enjoying it already. Oh, I mean, it's not far from what I said. The Emperor card's about like discipline, being like sustainable because he thinks about the future and the long term, and he's a sensible man and he does the right things because he knows that they're going to provide results. So I guess I should eat something that I know is going to keep me fueled for the whole day. Something quite boring, because he's don't tell him, but he is quite boring. I mean, I could make some couscous. That keeps me full for a long time. It's quite boring. What if I was to have it on its own with a sprinkle of salt? Or maybe mushroom soup? Mushroom soup feels quite old-fashioned, and this doesn't give me mushroom soup vibes. I feel like if it was a female, maybe soup would feel odd. At this point, I don't even know what I'm saying. I think I'm gonna go with this. It's fibre, it's low in fat, it's a source of protein, it's pretty dull. I do enjoy it though. And while the kettle is boiling, I'm going to pull a card for my choice of beverage. There's definitely a few cards I can think of that might represent like coffee. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Are you kidding me? I have the poverty-stricken card. Does that mean I just go without? Because this card is about lacking resources. I'm gonna pick water for this. Not only because it's pentacles and coins, which is about being sustainable again. It's not something that's like a quick fix, like a can of Coke. They're also poor as heck. They're barely gonna get access to water. They probably can, maybe in the church or something behind them, but they're not gonna have a lot of choice. So nice glass of water is for me. Hey, I should be grateful. Today it's going to be water. Woo! Also, what makes this choice better is the fact that couscous is quite cheap, so I feel like the Emperor would pick things that isn't gonna break the bank and is sensible. Oh, I need to cover that up, don't I? Put a little hat on it. What makes this worse is that Adam's having crumpets. I literally just said I wanted crumpets. So I'm gonna have to smell his crumpets. Watch him eat the crumpet. Maybe my spirit guide's looking out for me. She's like, girl, you've got no money. You need healthy food. Go drink water and eat couscous.
Fat in the blood went off. There's a huge unmet.
It's not actually that bad. Okie dokie, it's clothing time. I might take this quite literal. Actually, maybe not. Imagine me dressing like someone from a tarot card. Perhaps not. Unless it's like a modern deck, obviously. Do I take the card that's just flown out? Yes! Ah! I'm gonna take it. It flew out, it wanted me. The Empress would wear something quite glamorous, quite bougie, a dress. I'm feeling like this is probably the best case scenario I could have gotten from this challenge in particular. So, for obvious reasons, I think I'm gonna choose this dress. Not only it being a dress, which I feel like I have to stick with for the Empress because she's literally wearing a dress, but because it's floral, it's covered in flowers, and I think it just makes me feel good. Adam brought out a good point to say that the Empress would wear something that makes her feel good. Then I'm gonna pull a card for makeup, which could go terribly wrong so it doesn't match the dress, but it doesn't really matter. Ta-da! Dress is on. I've got tights on too because it is quite a chilly day out there. It feels weird to be even wearing a dress considering it's quite a gloomy day today. But hey, I will bring the sunshine with my dress. And now I'm gonna put... I keep trying to move so that Danny DeVito gets out of the shot, but he's always there no matter where you move. Sorry, I keep changing positions because I'm not happy with where I was at. I'm gonna pull a card for makeup. I kind of did a whole video on Tarot Decides My Makeup. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. Maybe I'll put a link down there somewhere. Just realised I'm not wearing a necklace. I'll have to put on a necklace. Oh, okay, that's too many. I'm not taking this because it came out with 2 other cards, but if I had something like that, I wouldn't even put makeup on. So I'm hoping it at least gives me something. I don't even mind if it gives me natural. I can deal with that, but please don't give me something that insinuates I don't put anything on at all. Oh. I have the Chariot. I could take this in many different ways. One, the colour, represent the yellow that this card is mostly of. I could do the duality of it, so the black with the white, so I could do like 2 different things going on each eye. This is my star sign card, so I could do something that represents Cancer. Obviously there's the moons on this card as well, on his shoulders. I think I might take the aspect of it being the light and the dark. So the black and the white. I'll make something work. I'll whatever. We'll figure it out. This is what I decided to do. I've captured the moon, put a little moon sticky thingamabob on my black side, and then I've got a lighter little white dot there with my white wing. And I think it really captures that duality, the black, the white. It's cool, I like it. I wouldn't necessarily put this with my outfit, but it's what the cards wanted. So I was gonna put a bit of yellow somewhere to represent the yellow, but I really thought that would clash even more so with everything together. So this shuffle is going to represent the main activity for today. So whatever card comes up in this pool is going to determine what I fill my day with. So the main bulk of the day is going to depend on this next pull. So I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it says to go out and do something, like a certain thing outside. It's freezing though, and I'm wearing a dress. I'll just wrap up if it tells me to go, I don't know, meet somebody, or I'm not sure. It's fallen out. Ooh, Page of Cups. So this is youthful, childish, creative, optimistic. He thinks outside the box. I'm gonna have to get creative for this, aren't I? I know he's creative. He's very in touch with his feelings. He represents messages of love. Do I write a little love poet, like a love note? Do I just do something in touch with my childish self? Okay, I've been thinking and I think, even though I wanted to do something a little bit more exciting today, not gonna lie, this has got me thinking about my poetry. I've got like a bunch of poems that I've kind of stashed away and never really worked on. I don't know why, like every now and again I have like an urge to write, like, I don't know, to bunch a few bits of sentences together and then keep them in my notepad and never use them ever again. I don't know, it's a habit I've always had and I've never done anything with them. So usually they're about love. They are lovey-dovey poems, or Danny man, what are you doing? They're usually very connected to my emotions at the time. It's like my outlet, I guess. It's my way of being like, I feel this certain way, I need to let it out, and then I write it down. I've been meaning to get creative and draw some illustrations to go with one of those poems. There's a few, I'll have to pick my favorite. So I think maybe today I'll sit down for a little bit and work on one of my favorites and illustrate something beside it to make a nice little, I don't know, piece of art, like something a bit like what I have up here. This isn't mine, obviously. If it was, I'd be buzzing. I got this a while ago. I got this printed. Do you know, I can't even remember who it was that wrote this, or even just illustrated that, because it might have been 2 different people. But I know I really liked this poem I found ages ago. I don't ever want to be madly in love ever again. I want to be healthy in love, sanely in love, peacefully in love. And this one day I saw it with this illustration here, and that was exactly how it made me feel, because I think that's something which my relationship has taught me the most about, particularly if I compare it to old relationships and how I was with other people and my history and dating and stuff like that. Like, it's so nice just to be in a really straightforward, loved up situation. It's a blessing. So I want to kind of create something like that, bit of art, because of how much I love that. So maybe I'll sit and work with that on my laptop today. It's quite emotional, it's vulnerable. And poems are very connected to my childhood, to be fair, because it's all I used to do. I used to write poems and write stories and then shove them under my bed and never do anything with them. So maybe this is my inner calling. So I realised while doing this, by the way, I'm still having my water. You don't know how much it pains me not to have my... I didn't realise how much it pains me not to have my tea and coffee. I keep wanting to flag and just go to sleep. Like, I'm just like... I realised that my little shop that... Do I use enough of? No, I do not. This one here, I've actually got little... It basically looks like this. And I don't massively love it. It is one of my favourite poems, however. So what I decided to do was recreate that illustration. So recreate the page, make it more elaborate, closer to like what I like. It's a work in progress. There's definitely more to be done, but this is what I've made. So that's what it was before. Fairly straightforward and simple. A little face, little sleeping man. And I've done this. Every morning you plant a kiss on my head. How I hope it grows. Pokes out through my nose, shoots down to my toes. A tiny budding sprout that shows just how far your love for me goes. Maybe give me feedback. It'd be really cool if anyone with like a natural talent for these kind of things could be like, hey, this needs that, or like, let me know. But it's been really nice to get back in touch with my like more artistic side. It's actually been a year since, well, almost a year since I did Inktober, because it's October soon, and can you believe it's October soon? I took part in Inktober as a video challenge because I wanted to get back into drawing, and have I really got back into drawing? Because that challenge was meant to make me get back into it. I don't know if I have. Every so often I try to, but I'm not the best, so I get really easily discouraged. I think now I should maybe pull again for a little activity to take part in. Considering this was quite a small one, I figured I have enough room for 2 things to do. There's also only so much amount of time that I can draw before I start getting really irritated by everything I'm drawing and everything looks really bad. So I have to stop before I get super discouraged. My card's fallen out. We're gonna look at it at the same time together. Hopefully it's just one. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Ooh. She's the counselor of tarot. She makes me think of someone who's good at balancing out a situation, trying something that hasn't been done before in order to bring harmony. She's Libra energy, so she's very focused. She's very still, in touch with like all elements, like the master of just manipulating all types of situations and elements. Look how she's got her foot on the land and the water, meaning that she's just grounded but also emotionally connected. I mean, it makes me think of meditating. As a location, I think she represents somewhere outside of like hustle and bustle. She represents somewhere quiet and peaceful and natural. Separate yourself from that and focus on well-being and health. She is mental health. She is also like organizational skills, but as much as I would actually probably benefit from cleaning my home and I wouldn't actually mind doing that, but I am getting vibes of like going somewhere, like it looks like it might rain, but I might just go somewhere that I personally feel brings me peace. So that's probably somewhere with a lot of trees and green and nature. So we'll give that I'll try and wrap up and see if that's possible. Really cute little walk so far. I took my earphones with me, which I never do. Oh, look at this view. I don't know why, I just never really listen to music when I'm on walks or anything. Look at this, it's so pretty. I was hoping that the water fountain would be on, considering there was water in my card, but it's okay. It doesn't seem like it's on because I can't hear it. I haven't seen it on for like a good year. Whoa. Isn't that pretty? There's some over there as well. Oh, they're kind of dying though. Part of this walk has made me a little bit sad. It's the 1st of September, right this second. Ooh, I can hear the little steam train. I would go on that if I was with someone right now, but I'm on my own, so I feel a bit awkward. But yeah, This walk's just made me realise that it's well and truly autumn. Oh, it's so pretty here. All the little areas that I wanted to go to. I was going to show you where the water fountain usually is, but there was a group of kids just sitting by it, like in it. Not in it, but by it. And then I was going to take you to the bandstand, but there was kids there too. So instead, we're going in the forest, which is 10 times better anyway. So I think everyone has their like peaceful place. Mine's definitely greenery and trees and the sound of birds. Put my music on and just take everything in. Ooh, looks like there's birdseed on that trunk. Oh, I found a little cave. I'm fairly certain I remember taking pictures in here, like by that tree, not long ago. Oh, look how beautiful his trunk is. Why have I got such a thing for trees? I don't know what it is. Oh, look though. His trunk looks quite like flaky. He needs some moisturiser. This tree looks nice as well. I just like examining different trunks. Is that a weird thing to say? I just can't deal with it. Now all I need to see is some wildlife and I'll be buzzing. Oh, these flowers. I think I'm going to sit on that bench right there and look at the little flowers. Well, this is just pure bliss. I think I'm just going to sit and listen to music. Look at this freaky thing I just found. Just came across this little sculpture and I can't stop looking at it. Like, he's like a part hippo, rhino thing with a fish tail. I don't even know, but it's super creepy, so I wanted to show you. There's not even a plaque to like explain what it is. Which makes it even more like mysterious and weird. Like, what? Ooh, he's a cool looking tree. Why are all the trees like masculine in my head? One thing I really do like about autumn, winter is the trees always look better in my opinion, because it's like more crispy and there's leaves on the floor. I love kicking like dry leaves. We're approaching the duck pond. I have to double check that there's not a train coming first though. Oh, look at the pond. So, come home from my little walk. I feel like a new woman. The sun literally came out as soon as I started walking home, but I'm not too bothered because it's quite nice to wrap all up. As I mentioned earlier, the temperance also is about organisational skills, organising and structuring their life. And what made me laugh was the fact that, because I've still got my shoes on obviously, I'm gonna take the bin out and bring a bin in, because we still literally have last week's bin out. But what makes me laugh is that the temperance holds like 2 cups, and that's gonna be me with the bins. But yeah, we put it off quite a lot because we have to lug a bin down some stairs, and I fear my life and Adam fears wildlife like spiders and stuff coming off the bushes. So, but you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you pour temperance card. Right, so I am so hungry. Also, still massively tired because I haven't had any tea or coffee. I didn't realise how much I relied on hot drinks to just get me through my day. I also rely on them to like, I don't know, like sometimes when I feel like I'm hungry, really, I just have a cup of tea and coffee and I'm not hungry anymore. So I haven't been able to do that. So today I felt extra hungry. Anyway, dinner today, and I'm gonna put it into one. So rather than shuffling for dinner and then shuffling for drinks with dinner, I'm just gonna take one card and let that inspire my entire din-dins. I've lost my deck. I thought the cards were in there. Oh, they're over here from earlier.
Lost my deck.
Well, I've lost my deck, mate. Found it. Okay. I really want this to be something that means I can have a feast. What can I have for dinner? What should I have for din-dins? I am not even making this up. I have what I mentioned earlier as the 9 of Cups. I would only choose what I want if I get like a card of indulging, or like the 9 of Cups, for instance, or something like that. Indulging, it's having whatever you wish, whatever you want. It's your wish being granted, basically. Not only that, he's supposed to be a little chubby man with excessive amount of cups behind him, because he's like basically enjoying the finer things in life. So I don't know about you, I would definitely take this as a positive for me, because it's basically indulging in something that you really enjoy. First thing I'm gonna do is make a coffee. So I've made some nachos. I think to really get a proper like grasp of that card, I would probably order like a massive takeaway with like 9 dishes maybe, to be exact, to like to really connect to the card, and also get that idea of like overindulging, like temporary happiness as well, because although this card's great, it's never like long-term happiness. That gives me like takeaway vibes when I say that, connected to food. But I don't have the money to spend like on 9 dishes of what will probably be Chinese food, because let's face it, it's me. Finally got my coffee though, which I'm buzzing about. Look.
It's lovely, very nice.
Oh my god.
Did Jeff read to you?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, look at that.
Name to
Whoa.
Bella. Used to be Jeff.
Whoa.
But I suspect your language. You know, my sister suffered terribly. What?
Living that 9 of Cups life.
It's not its story.
Ooh, look at our beautiful new woodland bed sheets. Oh, there's a little fox and the badger. I love it. We got it from Asda and I put it on today to celebrate the 1st of September. Eee! Love it. Oh, it's so cute. It's kind of Halloween-y-ish. I don't know why. I think it might be the colour, like the orangey tones. But anyway, I'm gonna put this video to an end now, so I hope you enjoyed it. This was fun. I would happily do it again, maybe exactly how I just did it now, or with another kind of twist. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you've got any cool ideas for stuff that I could do similar to this, then also let me know. Eee! I love these new sheets. If you like this kind of content, then do make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I'm tired. I'm on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. I have a tarot reading Facebook and Instagram if you want to book a tarot reading with me. And I will see you for my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Loads of love, sending loads of love from my house to yours. Bye. Oh, my titty's almost out.